How's it going, people? Liam Caddison here, and we are reacting to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode number 3 of season 7. Excited to check this episode out. We have left the 30s and allowed Hydra to thrive. Yay. But of course this is in the name of S.H.I.E.L.D. existing, because the Chromicons want them eradicated from history so they can overwrite Earth as Chronicle 3. So it had to be done, and I'm excited to see where we're going to go to next. I'm not sure if that's going to be, like, if every time period we're going to go to is going to be a 2-part event to, I don't know, flesh things out a bit more, or if episodes 1 and 2 were like a one-off. So yeah, but either way, I am pretty excited. Yeah, we should be able to recover Enoch no problem, because, like, without aging, because he didn't age a bit when he was looking after Fitz in the Destroyed Earth timeline, didn't he? So yeah, that was something that I did forget that was pointed out. So yeah, Enoch shouldn't be a problem in terms of him aging, etc. So yeah, but I'm excited for this episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So let's get started with episode number 3 of season 7. Let's go. See, I'm not crazy. I am not crazy. We're going into 1950s territory. Thankfully, they come in peace.
Just north of Groom Lake, Nevada. Home of Area 51. Probably happens all the time.
Pretty much. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are gonna storm Area 51. Woo! Mwah, lovely.
I've calculated every possible outcome. If done correctly, it will be brutal and exacting.
No thanks. No thanks. Oh, that was creepy.
But we go where they go.
And when, yeah.
So we'll always be a step behind. We need to find the Chronicon ship.
We've got a bit of explanation how this works.
Ground and in the air, we could get lucky.
Good. We know they're here. We just need to figure out why.
We know Area 51 is a S.H.I.E.L.D. base.
We do?
All the areas are.
Wow, Conspiracy Me was so right.
She was completely emotionless. She went full ninja assassin on Enoch.
That sounds like classic May to me. It's the reaction to you that didn't jive.
Oh, I love this.
Even if she isn't happy to see
I
my
love
face,
their
you think she'd be
costumes.
confused or mad or give me something.
She would be happy.
Oh, this would be perfect for Fitzsimmons.
But odd is the new normal. I mean, you...
I think you'll agree. I don't need to be on the list.
Jesus. Gemma!
Right. Sorry, ma'am. It's an honor. Right this way, Miss Carter.
Good on Gemma. Good on Gemma. She did idolize
You're
her.
enjoying this way too much, Betty.
Communicator watch. Imagine a tiny radio that you carry with you at all times.
Imagine that.
This one's highly experimental.
Blows my mind.
Caliente. Good thing your boy's here to keep you in line.
Oh my god.
Did he just call me boy?
Yep, he's pulling all the racists.
Myself. Gerald Sharp. Department of Defense, ex-military. I didn't just teach interrogation and...
How many fingers am I holding up? Nope, you're wrong.
You didn't give me a chance.
It was 2 fingers. Thank you.
Gemma, I love you.
John Wayne. Bit overrated, don't you think? I mean, you're rugged, you're on a horse. Who cares?
I love
Who cares about John Wayne?
them testing their butts.
America cares.
How does it make you feel
It's gonna be none of
when I
them.
say the word moist?
Phil! Oh my god!
Moist.
Yeah, you're good.
This is not something I've ever
The MPs are
expected.
asking if you'd like them to hold the bus.
The bus.
The VIPs coming in for the Helios test.
And they brought a S.H.I.E.L.D. dame along. British. Pretty.
Oh!
catch your name? Carter. Peggy Carter.
Sousa!
You know her? You could say that.
Oh.
Death could have saved countless
A
lives.
death that I'd be responsible for.
And now we're responsible for more.
And what if that one
You
death
didn't used to
brought
shy away from this.
a worse
That's not
fate?
fair.
Something
I'm
worse
not-
than Hydra.
Look, I'm not the guy that you met in the lighthouse. Not anymore.
I love you, Daisy, but you're
I
wrong.
don't want to be.
Apologise for the short notice, but we had to act quickly. I believe this base may have been infiltrated.
No, imagine that. An infiltrator right under our noses.
And you
Yeah, he
arrived
knows.
just this morning, Agent?
Call me Daniel.
And where exactly did you meet him? Your surname wouldn't happen to be Sousa,
You would?
which would make you the former colleague of Agent Peggy Carter.
It would.
And you see a turtle. You pick it up and flip it over on its back. Now that sucker's roasting in the sun. That poor innocent turtle. just trying to
This is
turn
gonna be
itself
like
over,
Captain
but it
Marvel
can't.
all over again.
Not
It's the
without
old
your
lady.
help. But you're not helping. Why?
Why would you even think I would do such a thing?
Oh no.
What kind of a sick man are you?
Oh, no.
He called me an Oriental.
I had to pull her away.
So, we got nothing.
Sorry. I could take another run at him, just saying.
No, violence is not an option.
I want to kill him.
So now what?
No, but Deke's gonna have to because he's.
What?
Why isn't he?
You could go talk to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought Deke was gonna go all. Is it because of my charm?
Privilege.
Keep those two in holding and give me
That's
everything.
it, white
Visitor
privilege.
logs, time cards, anyone on patrol. Yes, sir. Lieutenant. I want to know how
Racists
this ship was done on
deserve
the most
a boot in the
secure
teeth.
SHIELD base. Because if SHIELD has been infiltrated with sleepers post-World War II, we need to root it out right now before it takes hold.
Look, all I can say is that you are not crazy. And the people that you have locked up might be the key to proving
I
it.
think that is something a Chromicon would admit.
Then come with me.
Gary.
Wait, so you think healers can be powered up the same way?
A Chronicom that's willing to die plus an ion fusion reactor will equal a bomb with a blast radius for miles. If that thing goes
That's
off,
it.
it could take out.
The entire brain trust of S.H.I.E.L.D. We need to call in the cavalry.
Hey!
When we call May.
Yeah,
Isn't
but
she
we
still
don't
an
call it
unfeeling
that.
Killbot?
Either do this with me or not at all.
Oh no, poor Sousa!
Sorry, really. Get me out of here right now. I'm a fan.
He really is!
He is!
We're the good guys, I swear!
Hey! She's struggling. Oh my god! Oh.
What happened? I don't know! I've never felt that. It's never happened before.
May, come down.
I haven't seen her in such panic.
May, whatever it is, you can tell me.
Just take it easy.
Now, what kind of commies are you?
I can explain.
That's what you get!
Just rather not.
He doesn't deserve it.
Hardwired. Well, then help me. If we can amplify this, it's... Sir, no, you can't be in here.
Sir, they're evacuating. You need to leave.
No, he's a... Yeah, he's the Chromicon.
2 Chronicoms. Good to know.
Go on, Phil! Shit!
He's alarmingly strong.
Yeah. Keep forgetting.
I keep thinking... It's still not integrated into me. Jeez, I'm just loving seeing Phil throw down with this bitch. Come on, girls.
Both of you, stop!
Come on, Sousa, save Phil! No, you leave him alone, you evil piece of shit. Phil. Had to, though.
You all right?
Oh, no. Oh.
That's what they do when you win.
Good guys, huh?
Please blink. Please. Come on, Phil. Oh my god.
Earthling, you will not reveal what you've seen here today. For the next time we abduct you, you will be probed.
Mac and Deke pretending to be aliens. So it definitely seems like we're going into a second part for this for 1955, which ties back to what I said in the beginning. I'm not sure if every time period we're going to go to is going to involve a two-parter, or if it was a special occasions just because it was the season opener. So that's the feeling that I'm getting with every time period we're going to go to. It's going to be a case of a two-parter, which I'm not going to complain whatsoever, because it means things are fleshed out a lot more in every time period we visit, so that's all well and good. Yeah, I really loved this episode so much. It had a lot of humor, it had a lot of tension with the fight scenes, and I think this is my favourite so far of Season 7. It was just really good stuff. Gemma as Peggy, yeah, you just had a feeling as soon as Sousa showed up that it was not going to end well, was it? Because, of course, Sousa knows Peggy like the back of his hand, and yeah, it was going to be a bit tense, wasn't it? And the final nail in the coffin was when Gemma didn't know who Sousa was, pretending to be Peggy. Not something you can forget. So yeah, and then of course Sousa made that comment. Who like that terrible fake accent was pretty good, but I really loved it. It was a nice callback for Gemma because Peggy meant a lot to her, and she got to pretend to be her in order to stop the Chromicons from activating Helios, which was about to kick off, but thankfully it all went to hell when the EMP was set off. So yeah, and it even knocked out Coulson as well. Which, given that, like, there was no doubt that he was going to reboot. It looked like he was like rebooting at the before we reached the final scene with Deacon Mac. God damn, that scene was just great. But yeah, like they would find a way to reboot him if he wasn't already rebooting at the end there. So yeah, it was really good, and you keep forgetting that Coulson can now pack one hell of a punch or a kick or whatever now that he is in an LMD body. So yeah, but it was really great. I loved some of the humorous moments, especially the interrogation scene to the scientists in order to pluck out the human. The Chromicon, should I say. It was just really good seeing Phil and Gemma try to push their buttons, and then Phil using something I'd never thought I'd hear him say. Moist. Moist. Yeah, I just loved it. I just loved that scene so much. It was really good. It still carries the humour that it had in season 1. It was just really good stuff, and yeah, I really loved the interrogating scenes, even on the bus. Like, it was just really good. I just loved their like interactions, Gemma and Phil. It was really good to see them partner up. And yeah, I was worried as well that Sousa was going to be an LMD. I thought, okay, well, they're trying to route the Chromicon, should I say. yeah, I was worried that Sousa was a Chromicon. Especially with him being like a special guest star. It's like, okay, well, are they going to go down a predictable route with him being a Chromicon? Thankfully, he didn't turn out to be a Chromicon. And yeah, he was not affected by the EMP, so I'm really glad that they didn't go down the predictable route, and he's good old Danny Sousa. So yeah, and it was also good. Like we've learned a bit about him. I'm sure we're going to learn a lot more about what happened after season 2 of Agent Carter in the second part. But he is running the he's running the LA office of the SSR, so that's really all well and good. It was also pretty intense as well to see Yo-Yo and May having a bit of difficulties. Yo-Yo's powers still being affected possibly by the Shrike. And I have a feeling that's going to that is, I don't know, permanently, I would say, shutting off her powers, unless they try to find a way to break that inhibitor that it's seemingly, because she's still able to activate it, but it's like a little spring. It's not like she's able to use the full list of her abilities. It's like that little spark, for her. So yeah, and that's it. She can't activate her full powers. And with May, it seemed like she had a full-on panic attack there when, yeah, I'm just hurt. Like, seeing May, she's my favorite character, go through this pain. It's just really heartbreaking, and the fact that we're going to explore more of that throughout the season is going to be very, very interesting stuff to see. So, and I'm really excited to explore further about May's issues as well as Yo-Yo's as well. But yeah, I gotta say, the fight scenes were pretty brutal. I really loved seeing how they were executed, especially seeing the Chromicon try to choke out Yo-Yo with that lead. And like I said, Phil, bloody hell. But it was pretty heartbreaking seeing Yo-Yo and May struggle with their own personal issues at the minute. Yeah, I'm also glad that that this show didn't shy away from the racist comments in especially given how poignant it is in today's circumstances. And Max said something along the lines of how that was hugely relevant to today, and it was really heartbreaking seeing that scum guy that they were interrogating. Like, it was really great seeing Mac punch him, and basically that scum guy get what he deserves, which was total humiliation. I had a feeling it was gonna all stem to Deke because he was the only one who was white. That's it. Like, it was all gonna come down to you're the white one. So, and he was, we saw that May, Yo-Yo, Mac, they tried their luck, but he felt superior because he was a see you next Tuesday, to put it in polite terms. So yeah, he felt superior to May, Yo-Yo, and Mac because of what they are, which was really, really vulgar. So to see Mac just punch him was chef kiss. It was brilliant. But yeah, he got what he deserved. Humiliation, punched. I'd probably take things a bit far, like a kick in the teeth, etc. But, racists can burn in hell. But yeah, it held a bit of weight, of course, with the current situation going on today, and I'm glad they didn't shy away from it. Because 1950 it's still a very hot, it's a hot spot for racism, and I'm glad that this show did explore, especially with such a diverse cast, the impact that it would have on certain characters. So I'm glad that they explored that and didn't shy away from it, because it you can't ignore racism, and especially in this time period, where it's picked up big time. You can't ignore that, and yeah, it was very, very heartbreaking to see it wasn't just that guy who they were interrogating. It was even at the canteen. That woman was giving Mac dirty looks because of him being a black person. So yeah, it was very heartbreaking to see. But then again, she was given she had a resting bitch face all throughout, didn't she? But Mac did make the comment further on about how racism, whilst still prominent in the 1950s, it will die down, but it's still something that is very, very heartbreaking to hear. So yeah, it was just a really, really difficult situation just to see these characters go through that torment. But like I said, for that guy who was showcasing the most racism, I'm glad that he got humiliated and punched, because that's what he deserves. Like I said, for me, in my opinion, he deserves a bit more, but I am glad that the show didn't shy away from it, because it's a very, very prominent factor that cannot be ignored, especially in the 1950s, sadly. So, yeah, but it was really good, this episode. Like I said, as well as the tension, as well as the heartache of seeing the racist comments come about, there was that nice mix of comedy with, like I said, Gemma and Phil. I think that might be one of the funniest scenes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., though, like them interrogating everyone. It was just really nuts. Yeah, we got a bit of the Chromicons as well. Of course, they were in that space that Fitz and Simmons were in episode 6 of season 6. So it was good to. I don't know why that what was she called? Predictor. She creeps me out. I think it's the softness of her voice, and just with the idea of the Chromicons, anyways. She just creeps me out. I don't know why, but yeah. There was even little nods as well to Sleepers being in S.H.I.E.L.D. as well, which is, of course, relating to Hydra. And also the fact that Daisy was defending herself with what she wanted to do regarding Wilfred Malik. And I love Daisy, I love her so much, but she's wrong. This is the thing. They even made the comment, you killing Wilfred would have achieved in the Chromicons doing, but she's still adamant on the fact that, hey, if we get rid of Hydra, then all these lives will be saved. It doesn't necessarily work like that. What if Hydra prevented a bigger evil from reaching out? It's crazy to think of, given how evil Hydra are. But there's always the case, like I said, what if what if for Doctor Who, if the Daleks didn't exist, something worse could have happened? This is the thing. Yeah, yes, it's shitty. Yes, lives have perished because of Hydra. Yes, they shouldn't have existed. But you can't make those calls, especially if you really screw over the timeline big time. You can't make those calls and expect things to pan out well, because it's not going to. You can't just plop out an event and think the timeline's going to be fine. These little changes can spawn big ramifications across the timeline. You have to be very delicate with the timeline, and Daisy's not grasping that concept, because by eliminating Hydra, you could just spawn something greater. In this case, it's in terms of evil. In this case, Chromicons, because S.H.I.E.L.D. wouldn't exist. So yeah, and even the Chromicons have the sense of being careful with the timeline, I guess, even though they're trying to change it. But the Predictor did lecture the Hunters about the self-destruct protocol. Debris of their technology would spread out, and S.H.I.E.L.D. would accelerate further. But still, you have to be very delicate with the timeline, and Daisy's not getting that. So yeah, I love her, but she's wrong, and I'm glad that the fandom does agree that Daisy's being wrong about how she's handling the whole, we should have shot him when we had the chance. Because whilst Hydra is shitty, and whilst they don't deserve the glory that they do get, at the end of the day, you can't make these changes to the timeline and expect things to pan out okay. You have to consider the ramifications this could have on the timeline. And Daisy's not, so yeah, but it was really good. Sousa, like I said, was great. I just loved seeing him return, and Enver as a whole, he's a very fantastic actor, and like, watch Dollhouse, he's just mesmerizing in that show. But it was great to see Sousa. I of course knew he was going to come back, but it was just a matter of when and where. And with Gemma taking on Peggy's alias, I was thinking, is he going to show up here? And he did, and you just expected things to just hit, like shit to hit the fan, basically, as they say. Because Sousa knows Peggy. So, yeah. But it was a really good episode. I just really loved it. Full of heart-aching moments with the racism, tense moments with the fighting, and May and Yo-Yo with their struggles, and funny moments as well. This was a perfect episode for me, and I just really loved how things proceeded. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!